Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be our first ever couple ride, and okay, not the first ever couple ride but the first ever long ride. So it's 560 kilometers one way. So we'll be there for 3 days. We'll return back on the 4th, and yeah, you can try and guess the location and write it in the comments, or else you'll know anyway in some time. So it is, what's the time? It's 4:47 right now. We started around 3 or 4 minutes ago. So let's say we started at 4:45 a.m. and let's see how long it takes for us to complete 560 kilometers. 560 kilometers in a day is the most I have ever ridden. Now, what I have ridden up to now is just 460 around when I went to Goa. So that was nearly 450, 460 kilometers. That was my longest trip, and now this is going to be the longest. So let's see you later on in the video. Oh yeah, and my new fog lamps, fog lights, whatever. This is the high beam. This is the low, yellow, white, both yellow. And it also has a flasher, but which I don't need right now. So far we have covered 28 kilometers in 43 minutes, which is pretty good for Pune city. We are still in Hyderabad, so we've almost crossed the Pune city. You can say we have crossed the Pune city. Now it will all be this highway traffic, which wouldn't be much. And from what I've heard, only up to another town there'll be some highway traffic. Otherwise, after that, it's pretty clear. So yeah, in 43 minutes, 28 kilometers is fine. My office is 28 kilometers, and I nearly take an hour every day to complete it. So this is good. Now we are on the highway, and now I hope to catch up with some more speed. I'm not a fast driver. I'm not much about speed, but yeah, we need to cover 530 kilometers more. So of course I have to speed up, otherwise we'll reach, I don't know, when. Let's hope for the best. So the map shows 10 or something. When we started, it showed us 10 hours. So if it is showing us 10 hours, then my expectation is 3 to 4 hours more, so 14 hours. So if we started at 5, 14 hours would be 7 in the evening. So let's hope we reach by then. Reaching by then would also mean reaching in traffic. I'm not sure how the traffic in that city is. Let's hope it's not as bad as Pune. And this is my first time riding on this road, even with my old bike. From my old bike I've done up to Big One Sanctuary. Yeah, Big One Bird Sanctuary. So that we had done a few months ago. Other than that, the road ahead of it is all unknown to me. But I saw a few vlogs before starting off, and yeah, the road conditions seemed good. Reviews from the other vloggers from a few months ago. Hoping for the same now. So Solapur is now 205 kilometers, and we have just completed 55 in I guess 1 hour 20 minutes, which is not good. But which gives us, I don't know, it's very less, but yeah, it was mostly a city ride, you can say. We are now on the highway, but there are still a few villages which we need to cross. I mean the major hotspots, major industrial hotspots kind of. Until then we will have this truck traffic and few guys who just want to go there. Post that, I think it should be a smooth ride up to Hyderabad. Even now it is a smooth ride, not that it's not, but I still okay, Harley Davidson from Mumbai. So there were a few super bikes parked. That's an Hayabusa when we crossed Hadapsar, and this is the group, I guess. So there will be more. Look at with the ease at which they were. Anyway, I also have an upgrade from a 150. I can easily ride over 80 if I want to, but it's my first time with the luggage setup and a pillion for such a long ride, so I'm holding my horses. But yeah, I think now I'll be getting such patches where I'll be able to maintain a constant speed of over 60 at least. 70, 80 would be good. It would be a decent average to reach Hyderabad. So I think 7 PM Hyderabad is on. This was Yavat, which we are crossing right now. Then there will be one or two more. I think until the big one sanctuary there will be 2 or 3 more towns or villages that we need to cross, and where we'll have to lower our speed. I'm not sure if this is foggy or if it is smog, but looks good. No, it doesn't look good. It is smoke. I can smell jaggery. So maybe they have sugarcane fields and jaggery processing centers, whatever they're called. Jaggery factories, sugar factories, yeah. Yavat has sugar factories. There were 2 guys on a bullet which were kind of following us. They overtook us once, then some distance later they stopped. They waited for us to go. They again started. Then next time it again happened. I think it happened 3 or 4 times. Oh, look at this. See? Oh, Hayabusa, silent one. Yeah, so then once again they stopped and they were like literally pointing at us and waiting for us. Once we left, he started his bike, but ever since I've had a nice patch of road where I could maintain my speed, so they haven't been able to catch up yet, or maybe they gave up. Anyway, it's good. Super bikes. BMW. That was a Pondicherry registration. See, if I'm riding a Himalayan, then the BMW is my dream bike. We are still 8 kilometers off from Kurkumb, and I don't know how many more from the big one sanctuary, but we had a short refreshment break. We had tea, we had theplas, we had good juice. We packed theplas everywhere we go, and now we are off. and even in better health now. More energy now. So let's see when we take the next stop. It was okay, where's the trip? It was 80 kilometers when we took the stop, and now it is 7 that we are starting. 7 o'clock from 82.5 kilometers. Okay, fine, 82, 80. And hopefully now we'll be able to cruise at a respectable speed. So there are a few OE accessories and a few aftermarket accessories that I have installed. So the OE ones are this extended windshield, the headlight grille, the engine crash guard, and the radiator grille. So these are the OE attachments that I got, and also the touring mirrors. And yeah, I was wondering whether to get the saddle stays as well, but the trip was still a bit away, so I thought I'll get saddle stays when I go on the trip. So now coming to the aftermarket accessories, let's start with the saddle stay. So the saddle stay, the panniers and the top box and the top rack for the top box is all Auto Engina. That is in Dhayari. I'll add the address in the description. It is in Dhayari, Pune. They manufacture all these accessories at their workshop. It is all made in India, and they also installed these accessories. So the accessories that I got from them are the clamps for the fog lights, the saddle stay, panniers, top box, yeah, and also the pillion footrest. So these are the things that they manufacture in their own workshop, and they install it there itself. So I think it took around 1 hour 15 minutes, 1 hour or 1 hour 15 minutes to get everything installed and get the bike ready. Then next up I got this tank bag by Guardian Gears from the saddle store in Panniers, Pune. I wanted a tank bag because, you know, just to store the documents or some stuff which we'll need on the ride. Also to keep my phone in here when the navigation is on, so I can connect it to the USB and charge it on the go. So from the saddle store, the last year I had got these Orazo boots, riding boots, which I'm still wearing, and now I got this tank bag and the fog lamps, which are HJG Mercedes. So that's the name of the fog light, HJG Mercedes, 60 watt, 30 watts each side. And so if you've already seen at the start of the video, those were in action, and they are pretty well sufficient. Also on the highway I had them turned on, and the high beam is also good, the yellow beam is also good, and I think it is a pretty satisfying buy. So I'm happy with that. From the saddle store, the installation was done at the service center, but yeah, the installation was done by professionals, and the installation was also pretty, I wouldn't say very quick, but yeah, it was decent. So to install the wires, you need to remove the tank, you need to remove the seats, so it took a while, but yeah, that was also a smooth process. And that's it. Also the panniers and top box come with internal, the top box comes with the internal bag, but for the panniers I had to buy them additional, so that was 3,000 extra. So the entire cost, the panniers, top box, the entire thing cost me 46,000. Saddle bag was 2,000 something, lights were 6,500, so it is 54,000, and the OE accessories were part of the bike's bill, so I'm not sure individually how much they cost, but yeah, you can find the list of the accessories and the price there. So maybe I'll put up the total cost by looking at those prices and adding it to the total cost of accessories. So all in all, the total accessories, I think they would have been 10,000, the OE accessories, or maybe more, but let's consider it 10,000. So the total accessory cost I had is nearly 62,000. Yeah, 62,000. And the jacket and the boots I already had, the gloves also I already had. I just bought the monsoon gloves from Rida, but they felt a bit uncomfortable to me since I'm not used to riding this bike with gloves. Even now I have removed my gloves, the regular gloves which I was wearing. So the Rida gloves, waterproof or water resistant, but I haven't been able to use them in the range yet. Oh, and now we complete 100 kilometers of the trip. So that's it from the accessories side, and I'm pretty happy. The Auto Engina guys, they did a wonderful job. The Panniers, top box, it holds a decent amount of luggage. I was still a bit skeptical because it's my first time loading these boxes and riding with them. So you know, it happens that when the top box is too heavy, the front wheel loses a bit of traction or something. It disturbs the balance of the bike, but it isn't the case. Even the side boxes, we were very careful while filling them, so both are almost at the equal weight, so I don't feel any pull or towards any one side. And so far it has been good. Also, along with the panniers and the top box, I can flat foot this bike, so moving it in the parking lot became easier after adding more weight. And it is very stable at these highway cruising speeds as well. So adding weight has increased the stability, which is to be expected, of course. Yeah, it's a point worth noting. The landscape on this side looks so beautiful. I wish I had a drone to capture it from above. You know, I really need a drone to capture these kind of views. But what I had thought was I'll buy a drone from my YouTube income, but I'm still not monetized. It's still a very long way to go. So maybe I might buy a drone, but not anytime soon. Maybe a few months later, or maybe next year after the December trip. Not at all sure. But it would have been really great to have a drone. Maharashtra in and just after monsoon is very beautiful. It's a green carpet, totally green carpet. Welcome, another camera angle. Maybe this is not good. Okay, just a second. So we took our second break after another 80 kilometers. So in all 160 kilometers in now 4 hours. So that's an average speed of a dismal average speed of 40 kilometers per hour. But as per the map, when we stopped, it was still showing 7 hours to the final destination. Previously, when we started, it was 10 hours. So at that time, we were going pretty well, pretty expected lines, on pretty expected lines. Yeah. Now let's see. Hopefully we move again with the expected times and we reach in the expected time, and it is not too late. The dam, okay, so it has a dam. This is still a part of big one. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Lot of horses on the highway. This is the horse highway. So we are now close to 200 kilometers from where we started, and so far it has been really good, apart from the pain in the on our rear. So my bum is paining. I'm not sure why. I found the seats to be quite comfortable, but in every long ride I've had some kind of a bum pain. Maybe my bum is not used to being pressed so much with these soft cushions. In R15 there used to be a different kind of pain. This is a different one. And 5e is also doing well so far. Just a bit of back pain, shoulder pain, neck pain. That's it. But that's something she had even before the ride began. So it's a mild one. It's nothing to worry. We are still good to go. And what our target was, what my personal target was, we will reach Solapur by 12. And okay, that was a speed trap. I might have been caught in the speed trap. The speed limit is 80. I was 82, 83 something. That's fine, I hope. Yeah, so my personal target was to reach Solapur by 12. That would be nearly 270 kilometers. Then another 290 remain, which we would cover by 7. So that's how I had divided the time. But let's see, Solapur we'll reach within 1 hour now. It's 9:40. I think by 10:40 we should be in Solapur. Solapur must be now around 60-65 kilometers away. But I have to stop before that. Before we reach Solapur, there will be a Shell petrol pump. I need to refuel. Though it's not necessary, but it's better to refuel it now than wait until it nears empty. So we are now 250 kilometers done, and this is Solapur. The Solapur limit has already started. We are already started having diversions for Solapur inside the city. And now I am waiting, searching for the Shell fuel pump. Once I stop, I'll connect the charger to the GoPro. There's a fly inside my helmet. Oh, look at that. Today is Independence Day. Happy Independence Day to everyone, to all the Indians around the globe, not only in India. That's nice. That's a tricolor hanging from a crane. That's a nice way. So I think once Solapur is done, we will be almost halfway done. Say out of 560, 250 are done. So we are left with 301. Yeah, no issues. The 25 kilometers will be halfway done. So we are halfway done at 10:30. We started at 4. So in 6 hours, if we have done this much, shall we aim at the next half in the next 6 hours? 15 minutes, we will be exactly 6 hours from our begin point, from a start point. And we would have done around 270, 280. So it is less than 50 kilometers average. which is, I don't know, it's bad, but it's fine. We are on track to reach by the estimated time. That's all that matters. I need to be mindful of the width with the panniers. मुंह पकड़ के रखना पड़ेगा. Now halfway through our trip, it's still green everywhere. I don't know what kind of what plants they are growing here, but there are farms on both the sides, some farm villas, and very little traffic and very good condition of roads so far after 280 kilometers. It's good to ride on such roads. You get less fatigue from the road quality, and whatever tiredness you feel is natural ride tiredness. Ah, nice. You can see some rainfall in some distance, especially there. I'm not sure if we are going to be its target,